Lucy show.
Okay. It is now 50 degrees, 5 minutes after the hour. Okay, 2 days ago, we nearly hit 80. Not quite. We got up to about 77, 78 2 days ago. Yesterday, we got into the low 70s. Today, we might hit 60, okay? That's the deal. That's what I saw. It looks like this afternoon, high 58, 59, 60, 61. So let's split the difference and say it'll be near 60. So cooler. We're in a red flag fire alert again today. Now, hopefully the cooler temperatures will help just a little bit, but still, bone dry. Humidity will be falling. Winds will be getting up. Today, northwest. They're going to be 15 to 20 early. We're going to have gusts over 30 miles an hour this afternoon. So please be very careful. We'll take a look at your complete forecast at the bottom of the hour. But cooler temperatures today, and then a little bit cooler tomorrow, and a little bit cooler on Saturday.
Is it going to try to be winter again?
Or fall. Actually.
53, 52.
Mid to upper 50s. About mid to upper 50s is about average for this time of year. So we're going to get back to where we are usually. We'll take a look at that coming up at the bottom of the hour. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Text us 225-9697. All right, let me lay out a scenario for you. Let's say you get out of bed, and is this one of the things you think about is later on, I might get up at 6 in the morning. I might get up at 7. I might get up at 8. You get up whenever you want to, and then from that point on, you might go play golf. You might go fishing. You might go see some friends. You might go to lunch. You might take a day trip because your time is yours now, and you can reasonably do whatever you want to do because you got ready for this time of your life. The golden years can be a time to really live if you get ready for them. Make a plan. Advanced Financial Strategies in Clinton, the website retirewithbaca.com. 707, 50 degrees. Your weather coming up at the bottom of the hour, and it's a big celebration right now in the northeast part of Elk City. Of course, when aren't they celebrating in the northeast part of Elk City? But if you go next to the airport, this is a special time of the year that they mark on their calendars. It's known as Truck Month, even though it's an event so big, they can't limit it to 1 month. The fun has begun. They're off and running at Barbara Dyson Ford in the northeast part of Elk City. David Dyson, how many years in a row has the F-Series been the top-selling pickup in the United States of America?
49 years.
No, we just turned 50. So virtually our entire lifetime, the F-Series has been the best-selling. And I'm going to ask the question again, why? Why do people love the F-Series so much?
I would probably say durability. It's an amazing vehicle. It always has been. It's always had a lot of style. It's just a great truck. And in western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, it's just a staple. That's what they work out of. That's what they take the kids to school in. We love it, and America's loved it for 49 years.
All right, I'm going to ask the dumb guy. My job is to ask the dumb guy questions. Corbin Dyson, what does F in F-Series stand for?
Ford, man.
Okay.
Ford.
Okay, here's dumb guy question number 2. We got the F-150, F-250, F-350, F-450. What's the deal with the numbers? What's the difference in the F-150, 250, 350, 450?
You go up like 3/4 ton, 1 ton, ton and a quarter, ton and a half. So it's weight, I mean, it's science.
Girth?
It's
Are we
math.
talking about girth here?
We need strength. We need pickups with strength,
Yes,
Nathan.
and they all have strength.
What do you sell more of those 3 or those 4? What do you sell more of?
We probably sell more Super Duties than anything. F-150 is right behind it, but in December, per our market, we were top in the Super Duty sales in the state. So we sell a lot of Super Duties to our oil and gas, farming and ranchers because they're tough.
What I remember go back to COVID 2020, shutdown. 2021, open back up, and boy, everybody runs out and, really wants to start buying stuff. I remember 4, 5, 6 years ago with the supply chain stuff, the Super Duties, it seemed like were really hard to find because of what you just said. They're so popular that those were the first things people bought. And so that that kinked up the supply chain, but 2, 3, 4 years ago, that all got straightened out, and you guys have plenty now, right?
We've got a lot of Super Duties. This year, half tons, F-150s are going to be scarce. They're going to and that's just a production at the plants. They just couldn't make enough of them, but we've got them. We've got I don't know. We've probably got 75 trucks out there to choose from, and we're ready. And we've got huge rebates. Truck month. It's Truck Month every month at BD Ford, but Ford celebrates this every February through the end of March, and we're going to blow it out.
See, I like that. Every month at Barber Dyson Ford is Truck Month. The Ford Motor Company says, okay, we'll set aside 6 weeks, but you guys are selling trucks every day, every week, every month of the year. Corbin, why? Why do people in Western Oklahoma, the Eastern Texas Panhandle, love pickup trucks? I mean, the F-Series, but just pickup trucks. Why do we love pickup trucks so much?
Man, they're tough. You can get anywhere in them. And, I think our customers out here love the pickup trucks because of customer service. And that's what at BD Ford, that's what drives Truck Month is customer service. That's what drives Ford is customer service. There's nobody better than customer service than Barber Dyson Ford and Ford Motor Company. And so we're gonna blow it out of the water. He was saying they're short on half tons, and Ford still put 0% for 60 months, no payments for 90 days, $1,000 customer cash. I mean, 0 down. Are they crazy?
They're defying a supply. The economic rule of supply and demand. They say, you know what, we're going to do it anyway.
That's right.
And so you're doing that at Barber Dyson Ford in the northeast part of Elk City. Let me tell you guys a very quick story. 2 days ago, the day of the big fire, in Woodward, I'm watching a certain Oklahoma City TV station, 5, 6 o'clock, and there's a gentleman up there in Woodward who's a fireman who's also a storm chaser. And so he's out following and watching, and then he decides, you know what? And he's a fireman. So he's got a sprayer in his vehicle, and he's at a trailer park, and there's a trailer in immediate danger. And so this guy gets out, and he starts spraying down the fire to protect the trailer. But the camera's still showing him. So we can still see him on TV, and he turns around to do something, and he's now facing the camera. And I see something on his head, and I said, I know what that is. That's the Barber Dyson Ford logo. He's wearing a BD hat that he must have gotten from Rhett Maccabee.
Oh, yeah.
In Woodward, Oklahoma. And I thought, there you go.
It's Truck Month in Woodward as well at BD Ford, and he is a customer. It's funny you should talk about that fire missed Rhett's brand new home that he'll move into next month by probably less than 50 yards. Went right around. He built out there on the southwest part of town,
out in the technology center side.
Yep. And so he's very fortunate. Those guys did an amazing job. I would have to say every firefighter within a 100-mile radius was in Woodward, Oklahoma, and did an amazing job.
In fact, since we're talking about this, I found this information this morning. Southwest Oklahoma FCA is collecting donations and taking an offering for the Woodward Fire Department. They're going to take this up during the district game at Elk City's the Pioneer Center against Woodward this Saturday. So Woodward's coming to town. Elk City's playing, and so they're going to be collecting at the Pioneer Center. They're going to be collecting stuff for Woodward firefighters: Gatorade, water, body armor, liquid IV, water flavor, beef jerky, granola bars, peanut butter crackers, chapstick, and baby wipes. So if you want to bring those to the Pioneer Center this Saturday, Elk City is hosting Woodward. And they'll collect that and then send it up to the firefighters there. But by the way, how are things going with BD Ford and Woodward?
Amazing. Yeah, Rhett's doing an amazing job. He's got a great team up there. That community was starving for a Ford dealer that would provide the kind of customer service that we do here in Elk City, and it's just it's doing really, really well. I'm proud of him.
So, Corbin, do people in the Woodward area like F-Series trucks as much as people down south, down here?
Absolutely. And just like Dad just said, when you bring that customer service, because Rhett ran our service drive here, and he knew what customer service is all about. He knows what customer service is all about. He brought it up there, and he's ingrained himself in that community, which that's our goal at BD Ford, is to get into the community and give back. At the end of the day, we've been fortunate to have a great business, but we want to give back at the end of the day.
I have a feeling you guys don't lose many customers. I have a feeling once you get a customer, they tend to stick with you, don't they?
Man, in every business it happens, but it's not from a lack of trying. I promise you. That. We'll go anywhere, do anything, give you a shirt off our back to, take care of you.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
He knows.
And not only that, but we don't not only lose customers, we don't lose employees, and we've got employees that have been with us over 30 years, and that means a lot to us. It means a lot to our customer base because they know those same faces they've trusted for years and years and years are going to be there to take care of them.
Do your customers? And I know a little bit about how sales work, so. Everybody who buys a vehicle at Barber Dyson or has their vehicle serviced, they're a BD customer, but also do the customers think of themselves as, Corbin's my guy there, or boy, that Ray Haven, or Chris Coy, or Kirby McBrew?
Absolutely.
Do they really relate that closely one-on-one with the person who literally sold them the vehicle?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been back since 13, but watching Ray's customers come in, I mean, just to stop by to eat lunch with the guy. Hey, Ray, you want to go eat lunch? I mean, they feel so comfortable. They'll just come in, sit down, have a donut, coffee, pop, whatever it is, just to visit. I mean, if it's not, they may just stop by. Nothing's going on with their vehicle. They just want to say hi. And when somebody walks in, hey, Ray's helped that guy since 1994 or 5. I mean, it's a family atmosphere.
96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. We're talking to David Dyson and Corbin Dyson from Barber Dyson Ford in Elk City. There's also a location in Woodward, Oklahoma. It is Truck Month. So hit them right between the eyes. Right now, why is it a great time to come in and look for an F-Series pickup?
Well, we've got selection. The rebates have never been bigger. Interest rates as low as 0%. If you have been or are thinking about being in the market for a truck, now is the time. This is the best time of year to buy a truck. We've got a few of the 25s left, not very many. 26s are coming in daily, but those 25s will have even more money on them, and we're going to make you a heck of a deal. As you can see, we've got the third generation of BD Ford sitting right behind us.
Well, I was going to ask Corbin, are we looking at the future there? Is that what's going on?
Absolutely. They were asking me on the way, what are we going to do, Dad? I said, we're going to talk about Truck Month. And Mia's like, it's always Truck Month. I mean, they know. It's ingrained in them. Some people look forward to certain holidays. At BD Ford, we look forward to Truck Month, baby.
In conjunction with March Madness, of course.
Yes.
It always flows nicely into Truck Month and March Madness do go together. So it's Truck Madness in the northeast part of Elk City. Let me ask you this. If somebody wants to, let's say they're in the market for a pickup truck, how specific does the average customer get with like color and things of that nature? Are they pretty particular about the way it looks and the color, or they just say, hey, I want a pickup?
It depends who you're dealing with. I mean, we have customers that, yes, they in which they should. I mean, if you're paying for it, you need to get what you want. But some people just call you up and say, hey, I need a 4-door pickup, 4-wheel drive. Get it coming. All right. Let me go grab some keys off the board real quick. So you got all walks of life, which we love. I mean, it is fun. You talk about madness. I mean, there'll be cartwheels and flips. And, I mean, the energy will be running through BD Ford the whole month. So
anything else?
I've always wondered, is there a most popular color? One most people seem to want?
It's got to be white.
That's what I thought.
Why is that the case?
It's just easy to keep clean. But especially in Western Oklahoma, white and like your silvers and your grays in Western Oklahoma. And that's probably part of oil and gas and farm and ranching. It's just easier to take care of.
I've noticed a lot of the fleets, the oil field companies, it seems like they tend to go with white. And I guess it's easier to keep up.
It's easy. Resell's good. I mean, there's a lot of pros to it.
All right. And do you have any white pickups?
Oh, we have white pickups. We have any flavor, color you want out there. Don't you worry about it.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry,
Right.
The whole Neapolitan rainbow out
That's
there, right?
We mix it up.
BD Ford, northeast part of Elk City. How long have you guys been in business now?
We've been in business almost 32 years. So 32 of those 49, nobody's sold more trucks in this part of the world than BD Ford, and we're just going to keep on going.
You expect to hit 50? You expect F-Series to...
It's going to be a huge celebration next year. We're going to be celebrating here in the near future on another possibly President's Award. We'll be talking about that coming up, and we're very proud. We're very proud of our employees, our customers, all these 32 years, and Corbin and the gang do a great job of just making us number one.
Forget Cool and the gang. Corbin and the gang.
There you go.
Whoa.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Northeast part of Elk City, Barbara Dyson Ford. Truck Month is on now through the end of March. Rebates, interest rates, selection,
That's right.
Shout out to Mia and Hallie.
and the third generation.
Third generation.
The next
we'll be out
generation.
there on some Saturdays when school's not in session. Of course, we don't take them out of school, so pick up.
Doggone
Only
it.
if they wanted to.
Gotta go to school. Gotta go
They're
learn.
running the bouncy house. Somebody's got to run it.
David Corbin, always a pleasure to see you guys. Thanks for stopping by.
See ya.
It is now 19 coming up on 20 minutes after the hour, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. We're sitting at about 48, 49, 50 degrees on our way to 60. Not going to get a lot warmer. Unfortunately, it will get windier. The winds are going to be whipping up out of the north today. Looks like 15 to 20 sustained, but gusting to over 30 this afternoon. So we're in a red flag fire alert again.
But it's going to feel cooler. If it's going, a high of 60, but 30 mile per hour winds, it's going to feel cool. It's going to feel cool out there. Another great day to give up smoking. Don't burn outside. Give up smoking.
I mean, giving up smoking and enjoying Truck Month and going to playoff basketball. We'll be talking about that, high school playoff basketball. Have you followed any college basketball this season?
No.
I haven't either. And Chopper Dave asked us off air the other day, you guys ever watch college basketball anymore? And I said, yeah, in March, but not until then. But I heard the Sports Animals this morning on my way in. I was listening to our sister 98.1, and they're talking about apparently, I don't know, they said there are some outstanding players in college basketball. He said there's some really good teams, but also and they're talking about the possibility of this year's NBA draft being the best ever. That's news to me. I had not heard this. So maybe March Madness will be good. Maybe the basketball will be really good. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. 96.5.
They're expecting me to get whatever task done. To a farmer, a tractor, combine, gets them up and running. He's back in the field, makes some money. Guy in the oil field, their piece of equipment's running again. That makes some money. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oil field or agriculture. So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. You're a oil field customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. If we're competitive on price, we say we'll bring it to you. We'll do whatever it takes to get it to you, make life easier on you, or you can call us to solve a problem. Hey, can you get this? Why wouldn't you? American Hose and Supply, 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123. 303-1123.
Why wouldn't you?
We have a lot of patients that love that we kind of like to have fun.
I like to hear us singing together in the operatory, humming along. If you would like a serenade while you're getting treatment, we're your girls. But if you also want us to shut up, we will.
It's not so nerve-wracking for a lot of people.
We have a good time with our patients. Try to help put patients at ease, kind of distract on the fact that we're working in their mouth. We like to have a good day, and when you're around that type of atmosphere, usually it's kind of contagious. Others have a good time. When you're having a good time, others have a good time too.
I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron, Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens. swdentalok.com. We're also on Facebook.
Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics, where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry.
Brian Bacca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
You don't set an alarm anymore. You get up whenever you feel like it. You get out of bed, drink your coffee, and eat your breakfast in a comfortable, attractive home. Today you might even play 18 holes of golf, or meet some friends for lunch, or take a quick road trip for some shopping. All of those options are on the table. Tomorrow, you and your better half will start getting the house ready for the weekend. Your son and daughter-in-law are bringing the grandkids. You've got big plans for those little people. When you retired, you were a little worried about how you'd spend your time. But that's all you were worried about, because month after month, year after year, you had some help working a plan. I'm Brian Bacca with Advanced Financial Strategies in Clinton, a block and a half south of Homeland. The website is retirewithbacca.com. If you get ready for them, the golden years can be a time to really live.
But then how do you pick players?
By money.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
96.
I don't know.
96.5 KECO. It is the early morning show. I see their point. I mean, really, I see their point. That can ruin the NBA.
Yeah,
if you get enough teams doing that.
See, apparently there are supposedly rules against that kind of thing. About the NBA team lately on the Sports Animal, the guys have been talking about these NBA teams that are tanking. They're losing on purpose so that they can try to get a better draft pick. But there are supposedly rules against it. There are rules against sitting players. Did you know that, Nathan? That teams can't just sit players for no reason?
No.
Which to me seems ridiculous.
That they can't?
That would be that. Well, what if Blake wanted to sideline you for a while? Should some entity come in and say, no, Nathan has to work today?
Well, I think they have the right to do it because it's not the same, because it is a cooperative, they're in a league, okay? And if you hurt the product, that's the deal. It's an agreement that all the teams enter into. Yes, we are in this league together. And so that's why you have a commissioner. You have to abide by the rules. So if something's going to hurt the product, for the overall NBA, the product is the quality of play. Well, if the quality of play is hurt, that hurts the league. It hurts everybody. It hurts revenue coming in. Is there revenue sharing? I don't know anything about economics of pro sports. Is there revenue sharing among pro teams?
Like in college?
Yeah. Like with the money from television, with all that. I don't know, but they all have a stake in it. I mean, if you got, what if you have 5 or 6 teams that have decided, we're not gonna try. We're gonna put our second stringers in there, and we're not gonna blah blah blah. Well, then, if it spreads far enough, people stop going to the game, stop watching. I don't know. I see having rules. I don't know how. I mean, getting rid of the draft and replace it with what to get players?
Money.
Just on the open market?
Hiring them.
Okay, who wants to come here? Hiring them. There you go.
Just hiring them.
Okay, I'm looking.
Go to work for us.
You know Pop and his sons?
Mm-hmm.
Pop and Sons Insulation. They've been around, it seems like forever, and they've done a good job of becoming, I think, the first name you think about. And that's the goal, by the way. That's the goal of just about any business. You want to, if you're a business owner, okay, what you want is when people need your thing, you want them to think of you first and feel good about you. Think of you first and feel best about you. Well, how do you do that? With a distinct message that is repeated over and over. A distinct message, and I don't mean literally the same thing necessarily, but your campaign should have a common theme. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. Here's how we do it. Here's why we do it. Here's how we take care of people, blah, blah, blah. And then do it consistently over and over and over. Now, you got to deliver on what you promise. You got to do a good job, because best advertising in the world will not help a terrible business, because you actually have to deliver the products and services, and you have to do what you say and make people happy. But if you do that, if your message is distinct and consistent, then you're going to be the first option that people think about when they need you. And that, I think Pop and Sons Insulation's done a good job of that, just consistently. I mean, there's nothing earth-shattering about this particular ad in the Penny News, but it's distinct and it's there. And for years and years and years they've advertised, and for years and years and years they've put in insulation, and for years and years and years they've been the go-to and done a good job. And that's why they work so well. It's on page one of the Penny News. All these cattle. Look at all these sales. Piercy Angus is on page 1. By the way, Brink Auction Service, Saturday, February 28th, 4-area farmers retirement. That's this Saturday. So we got auctions here. We got agricultural stuff. Yeah, all this cattle. Page 3, Davis Angus. Oh, look at this, Landry. There's a gun show this weekend at the Oak City Convention Center. That's on page 3. It's the Saturday and Sunday. Costs you $8 to get in, but Landry, clip a coupon. Get $1 off. Page 3 of the Penny News. Today in Ag, no bigger star in Western Oklahoma than Jimmy Clark. He's all over the Penny News. Latest edition coming out as we speak. Go get a copy at the coffee shop this morning.
I'm not a baseball or a softball fan. I played baseball when I was very young, and it interested me then. But since then, I've lost my interest in baseball and softball. And I don't follow the sports. I don't read stories about them usually. But I came across this headline that caught my eye about OU softball. Last weekend, the OU softball team, that's the girls' softball team, played in the Dr. Diana Natalicio Memorial Tournament in El Paso, Texas. You know, you're always hearing about that one. That Dr. Natalicio Memorial Tournament. And OU took on the home team of, I'm guessing, UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso, because it's in El Paso. And the Sooners, listen to this, run-ruled UTEP. And I'm not sure I've heard of one team run-ruling another one in softball or baseball. The score was 34-0.
What?
I don't know what's more surprising, that one team beat another team 34-0 in one game, or that 34 is apparently the run rule in softball. You know, it's not 12-0 skunk after 3 innings.
12-0 skunk.
34-0. What is more surprising? That OU beat UTEP 34-0, or you have to score 34 runs before finally the mercy rule kicks in.
50 degrees, clear sky. Feels great outside, I think. The temperatures today, Landry, I think are going to be fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be in the 50s just about all day. It's 50 now. We should top out at 59 or 60. So the temperatures are going to be great. Sun coming up, revealing mostly clear skies. Unfortunately, winds are going to be picking up and the humidity is going to drop. So we're still in a red flag fire alert. Your weather coming up in a few more. A reminder, this Saturday, I believe Elk City is hosting Woodward in a district basketball game. It'll be at the Pioneer Center. Well, you all know about the fire in Woodward a couple of days ago. And boy, those firefighters, you talk about up against it. They were so busy. And then they're under the gun again today because we have the fire weather today. So Southwest Oklahoma FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, is going to take up donations at this Saturday's Elk City versus Woodward basketball game. It's at the Pioneer Center in Elk City, but Southwest Oklahoma FCA is collecting donations that will be delivered to the Woodward firefighters. I'm talking about baby wipes. Chapstick. Think about something like this. You're out battling blazes. What do? You get hot? Your lips dry out. They need chapstick, baby wipes, peanut butter crackers, granola bars, beef jerky, liquid IV water flavor, body armor. Now, I don't know exactly what that is.
It's a drink.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Body armor, drink. Water, bottles of water.
You got to hydrate.
Gatorade. They're going to collect this. They're going to take it up and collect it at the Elk City versus Woodward basketball game this Saturday at the Pioneer Center, and they're going to give that to the Woodward Fire Department. Okay, because they have been so busy. I mean, they did a fabulous job. Have you heard anything about structures being burned in that Woodward fire? I haven't either because, again, we can't get much news.
Are there still fires burning in and around around Woodward?
I don't know that either.
Because they may still be working up at Woodward. I heard this morning there are about 40 firefighters in Woodward, but on the Woodward
regular
Fire Department. Any idea how many, for example, Elk City or Clinton or Weatherford has? Is that
I don't know.
About right?
I don't know, but fire departments are good about helping each other out. Mm-hmm. And so, in fact, I saw a story on the news last night. Ralston, there's a town north of Woodward, and it's something like Ralston, something like that. And they had a volunteer fire department. And so some of their firefighters were wanting to help out. They had an accident, and all 3 of them had to go to, I think, Oklahoma City. Their injuries were so bad. But you've got these local fire departments helping each other out, you know, and some of those Woodward firefighters earlier in the day on, was that Tuesday? I can't remember anything anymore. Some of those firefighters had gone up north into the Panhandle for that beaver fire, that 150,000 acre. And then they had to turn around and come back because of the problems at Woodward. So they've got to be stretched thin, had some of their supplies depleted, and that's part of why FCA is doing what it's doing this Saturday at the Elk City Woodward basketball game. But, boy, these firefighters are busy. And hopefully they won't be busy today. I really hope that we won't have to face this again today. But we are in a red flag fire alert again today because it's still dry, not enough rain. Humidity is going to be dropping. Winds are going to be getting up. Now, it's not going to be as warm today, and that should help a little. And I don't think the winds are going to be crazy like they were 2 days ago. But we are still in a red flag fire alert today, so please be careful.
All right, how many of you out there are like me, regardless of what company buys the Devon Tower, regardless of what name is on the Devon Tower, are you going to keep calling it the Devon Tower?
Yes.
I anticipate that I will. Because that's what it's been for the last, how old is it?
Good night. Is it
10 years? 15?
10 or 15 years?
More?
Or maybe?
To me, it is and always will be the Devon Tower. So I don't know if it's whether it's the Hardee's
Just
or the Dollar General.
Just like triggers.
Yeah. That building at 152 and 6 is always 34 and 6 and 152 and 8. It's always...
South 6 and 152.
It's always going to be
South
triggers.
Highway 6 and 152.
UCO will always be Central State. That's not true. I call it UCO. But the Devon Tower will always be the Devon Tower.
736, I'm Nathan.
I'm Landry.
So we had a gentleman that had heard our ad on the radio multiple times and had always wanted to try to do the bulk floods with us, but just thought it would be a big hassle. And he just kept putting it off. And finally, we had a salesman go down there and talk to him. And he told us what he needed. We took him a tote of hydraulic oil, tote of motor oil, and a drum of antifreeze. Got it set up for him, and the gentleman said, "That's it." Huh? He goes, "Man, if I'd have known it was this easy, I'd have done this a long time ago." We're kind of like your easy button. We're going to get it done for you, easiest way for you. I guess they think it's difficult, moving in the tanks or totes, whatever you want, getting it set up, getting the hose reels and all that type of stuff set up, pumps. But we do it every day. So, they think it's going to take weeks. But, most times we'll be there that week when they order it, if not, within a couple of days. So they're very surprised at how fast.
Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Milk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
He goes, "Man, if I'd have known it was this easy, I'd have done this a long time ago."
One of the purposes of the FFA is to teach high school students the principles of successful farming. But FFA also serves as a training ground for civic leaders through speech contests, community improvement projects, and leadership camps. Today and every day, we salute the FFA and our local FFA members.
Ty Ford at Ty Ford Realty wants to help build a stronger and better FFA community to ensure that the hard work and dedication that FFA students learn continue to grow and reach future generations.
49 years in a row. That's how long you said F-Series is your favorite pickup. 49 years in a row. That's how long you bought more F-Series pickups than any other on the market. For the look, for the performance, for the durability. We're celebrating Truck Month at Barbara Dyson Ford with the lowest interest rates and the largest rebates of the year on all F-Series pickups. We're pulling out all stops, marching towards half a century of dominance. Barbara Dyson Ford, Oak City, online at barbadysonford.net.
This season was challenging. Cotton prices were down, and we all felt the pressure. That's when it really matters who's handling your cotton. Carson County Gin knows the LDP program inside and out. They understood the timing, locked in the rates at the right moments, and made sure we captured the most money possible back through the LDP program. They pushed the right channels, stayed on top of the paperwork, and made sure our proceeds and LDP payments were done right. In tough years like this one, that makes a real difference. That extra money matters to our operation, and I know we're not just another load of cotton. They treat us like a priority. The gym processed our LDP payment within days, and when it was ready, they didn't mail it, they hand-delivered a check to us. When every cent counts, don't put your livelihood where you're just a number. Put it where experience works for you. Carson County Gin, just west of Pampa. Managed right and taken care of.
Hey, 739, Landry and Nathan 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 and Landry and Nathan and Nathan and Nathan, but mostly it's Nathan and Nathan and Nathan and Landry's here too, but Nathan and Nathan and Nathan and Nathan and Nathan. The forecast this hour brung to you by Carter Electric, 225-2447. They're in Oak City. They've been around since, I think, Harry Truman was president. They know how to keep your power turned on, your wiring, your lights, keep you safe, keep you electrified. Today, sunny, 60, northwest winds. We're going to call it 15 to 20 sustained, gusting over 30. So we're in a red flag fire alert again today. Please be very careful. Tonight, mostly clear. Landry's going to drop to 27. That's right. It should freeze.
Good. Maybe it'll kill the weeds or the clover growing in my front yard.
It won't. But tomorrow, sunny, 58. So today's 60, tomorrow 58. Landry, Saturday 52. Saturday 52, Sunday 55,
wow,
Monday 57.
We have not had seasonal weather in quite a while.
I know. Right now on the back porch, 50 degrees. Sun coming up, revealing mostly clear skies. Wind's not up terribly yet.
How many weeks ago did the polar air or Arctic air, and I don't know the difference, frankly, that super cold air come in for a few days?
Let's see.
The snow
it was about it hit 6 days before our birthday.
So January.
So January, the double deuce. Is that right? 22, 9? No,
so
23.
Almost a month.
So January 23rd. It was almost a month ago.
Since then, it warmed up, and it's been spring ever since.
It's been in the 60s, 70s, and 80s since then.
Yeah, but now we're having a correction, a weather correction. We're returning to seasonal weather, but we're still in the final third of winter. And so if we can just hold on, spring will be here soon. You know, Nathan, March, technically, winter doesn't end till what, 20th, 21st of March?
Yeah, but
spring begins.
But we're only 10 days away from March.
But when March arrives, everybody knows, regardless of the actual weather, March 1 means spring. It just does.
Yeah.
It means March Madness, it means spring break, and it means spring.
And it means tornadoes.
In April and May. Sometimes June.
Tell those people. Tell the folks at Hammond. Tell the folks at Hammond that when that Hammond tornado hit back in 2010, 9, 10, 11.
When
10,
was that?
It was March.
Was it? Well, remember.
In fact, it was only in the 50s. The temperature was in the upper 50s.
That's weird. Remember, was it 2 years ago or 3? We had a tornado. Was it near Cheyenne in February?
Yes.
That was strange.
Yeah.
That was new. I don't remember that from before.
Landry, you mentioned a run rule earlier. Rusty says, run rule is ahead 8 runs or more at the end of 5 innings. So it's got to go to a certain distance into the game.
Oh, so it may have been 34-0 in inning 5.
Yeah.
Inning 4. Really?
So it's ahead 8 runs or more at the end of 5 innings.
Because, if you're down 33-0, but it's still inning number 4, you could come back.
You got to keep playing.
You could come back.
You got to play the game. 18 minutes away from the top. 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. Text us at 225-9697. One of our listeners said, those Barbara Dyson guys are almost as nice as Steve. Man, that Steve's a nice guy.
Where do you think Steve buys his trucks?
I know where he gets them. Also, from the text line, I think the radio station should buy it, the Devon Tower. I think the radio station should buy it, and you guys put a studio on the top floor. Another listener said,
it's not a bad idea.
The Science Museum will always be the Omniplex.
Yes, that's right. Cowboy Hall of Fame. It's now the Western Heritage Museum. And Cowboy Hoop-de-Doo. To me, it's just always the Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Well, that's why the, quote, Cox Convention Center, which they just tore down, was always the Myriad to me.
They finally just finished demolishing that, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was there in October listening to Nate Bargatze at the Paycom. And so I was next door at the Paycom, and then my motel was on the other side of the Cox Convention Center, which is just the Myriad. And so they were in the process of tearing it down in October.
If you're out in the pasture running a combine and you bust a hose and you stop dead, your first thought is, oh, man. Like, anytime there's a problem, a mechanical issue, the first thought is, oh. And then the second thought is, oh, wait, I've got American Hose and Supply in my contacts. Let me go find it. So you pull out your phone, you go to the A's. And there they are, American Hose and Supply, 303-1123. And you've calmed down enough to call them. And Bob Maddox and the company take care of you. And, as soon as possible, you're up and running again. And you think, boy, I'm sure glad they're around. I'm glad that company exists. I'm glad they're in my contacts. American Hose and Supply, 303-1123.
Isn't it interesting the way different media outlets cover the same thing?
Yes.
I listen to the Sports Animals occasionally, and they'll talk about the Thunder, and they're never talking about Jared McCain when I hear them. And yet the Oklahoman has had several stories about this Thunder acquisition, this Jared McCain. Coming out of high school, he was a 5-star. He went to Duke, so that says something. And he was at Duke at least one season, and he gets drafted. And he may have been Rookie of the Year, except he got hurt. And then he was recently traded to the Thunder. The only thing I know about him is what I just told you, and he makes a lot of TikTok videos. And I've got kids who like his TikTok videos.
They're not called videos anymore. We just call them by the name of the media outlet. So they are TikToks.
But there's a story in today's Oklahoman. Jared McCain's journey to Thunder is one you could see a mile coming. This kid might be the next big deal in basketball. And he may be with the Thunder for a long time, and he may be a big contributor to much success. But so far, he just arrived with the team 10 minutes ago. As far as I know, he's only played in a game or two. And so he's barely seen any playing time. He's barely seen the floor. And already I've seen 3 or 4 stories in the Oklahoman about him. And all I know is he makes TikTok videos where he sings that are really popular.
Well, Landry, that's why they were so busy covering Jared McCain. They didn't send anybody to Woodward to talk about the fire there. Let's talk about basketball. Okay, here's your Paragon TV playoff basketball update. Here we go. Hammond girls at Sealing, Saturday, 6 p.m. Hammond boys at Sealing, Saturday at 7:30 versus Frontier. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I forgot. It's playoffs. So they go somewhere but may not play the team where they're at. I mean, at the location. So Hammond girls and boys will both be at Sealing. Hammond girls are actually playing Sealing, 6 p.m. Hammond boys are at Sealing but playing Frontier, 7:30. That's Saturday. Leedy girls at Vici on Saturday at 6 p.m. playing Buffalo. Leedy boys at Vici Saturday at 7:30 versus Vici. Arapahoe Butler girls at Okarche Friday, 6 p.m. Arapahoe Butler boys at Okarche Saturday at 7:30 p.m. versus Okarche. Canute girls at Southwest Covenant Saturday 6 p.m. versus Alex. Canute boys at Southwest Covenant Saturday at 7:30 versus Southwest Covenant. Cheyenne Raiden girls at Apache Saturday 6 p.m. versus Empire. Cheyenne Raiden boys at Apache Saturday 7:30 versus Apache. Sentinel girls versus Sasakwa at Sterling tonight 6 p.m. Sentinel boys at Geronimo Saturday 7:30 p.m. playing Fort Cobb Roxton. Also, Mara basketball opens district play tonight, 6 o'clock. Oklahoma Christian Academy girls tip, followed by boys. All these games, ParagonTV.com. ParagonTV.com.
Is it possible that Weatherford, Oklahoma's population is 12,000? 12,300?
Sure.
I looked the other day at the Elk City population, and it was, I think, 11,300. So does Weatherford have 1,000 more people than Elk City?
Possibly.
And what is Clinton?
They have a university there.
Clinton, Oklahoma population, it's somewhere in the 8,200 to 8,500 range.
I'm prepared to believe it.
Census Bureau. Yeah, 8,300.
12 minutes away from the top, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Nathan, Landry, and you. And Jared. And news. I mean, if not now, when, Landry?
Good morning, sunny and 49. A red flag warning will go back into effect at 10 a.m. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared 8th. Elk City firefighters were sent late Tuesday to help battle a dangerous wildfire near the city of Woodward as part of the Beckham County Task Force. Red flag conditions sparked multiple wildfires across northwest Oklahoma, burning more than 155,000 acres. Evacuations were listed in Beaver, Texas, and Woodward counties. Fires near Woodward are now contained, and those evacuations have been lifted, but the town of Tyrone took the hardest hit in Texas County, and it remains under evacuation as of press time. Several structures were destroyed, including 2 USDA buildings. 4 firefighters were reportedly injured. Details on those injuries have not been released or what department they were working for. The National Weather Service has issued another red flag warning starting at 10 a.m. today and expiring at 7 p.m. for much of the state, including right here in western Oklahoma. That includes Beckham, Ouachita, Custer, and Roger Mills counties. Strong winds and very low humidity mean any new fires could spread quickly. Officials urge residents to avoid outdoor burning, properly dispose of cigarettes, secure trailer chains, and avoid parking in dry grass. The Beckham County Sheriff's Office has arrested 3 men and 1 woman following a multi-city child sexual abuse investigation. Beckham County Sheriff Derek Manning credited Captain Brandon Sims for leading what he called a complex case involving multiple victims and suspects connected to the same household. Charges against the 3 men include electronic sexual contact and, in some cases, alleged physical contact. Investigators believe 1 victim became pregnant at the age of 15. A 4th arrest involved a woman accused of failing to protect the children. She had moved to Tulsa, leading to cooperation with Tulsa police, who have opened a related investigation. Manning said investigators secured phones and digital evidence, conducted interviews, and obtained several confessions. The case began with tips to the sheriff's office. He encouraged the public to continue reporting suspicious activity through the sheriff's office app. This investigation remains ongoing. Southwestern Oklahoma State University has announced its 2026 Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame honorees. The university's highest honor. This year's inductees are Benny Butler, class of 1970, Melvina Heisch, class of 1974, John Lasseter, class of 1963, and Bruce McGill, class of 1970. Butler leads Butler & Son Rodeo Company, one of the top stock contracting firms in professional rodeo, earning multiple national awards and Hall of Fame honors. Heisch spent more than 40 years in historic preservation with the Oklahoma Historical Society, helping list more than 1,200 sites on the National Register and earning national recognition for her work. Lasseter, a SWAZU pharmacy grad, served in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War and later in the Oklahoma House of Representatives. He founded Lasseter Drug and continues to support pharmacy students through scholarships. And McGill is the founder of McGill Insurance and Real Estate in Weatherford and has served in numerous leadership roles in business, civic, and university organizations. The honorees will be recognized during SWAZU graduation activities May 8th and 9th on the Weatherford campus. For more information, you can visit swazu.edu. These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Sunny right now, currently 49. Another red flag warning starting at 10 a.m. today. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Aitha.
Considers not in those. Or in a very minor
in a
role.
limited, yeah.
He's
limited.
still alive, isn't he?
Yeah. 96, yeah, he was in This Is Us.
That was sad.
96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Nathan Landry and Jared McCain. And you, after hearing their message for a couple of years, a farmer finally called and said, well, I need you to bring out some antifreeze, some hydraulic oil, and motor oil. That's what I need. And the next day, it was on his place. And he was really blown away by it. He said, boy, if I'd have known it was going to be this easy, I'd have called you guys a long time ago. Making life easier on you. Bringing you stuff in bulk that you need anyway. You use a lot of it anyway. Camrock Supply will supply it. Camrock Supply is next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. The website, camrocksupply.com.
Has OU men's basketball coach Porter Moser been fired yet? Have you fired him?
I haven't. And you haven't. That's 2. I don't know that.
Has the OU basketball team won any games this season? Are they winless?
They're hapless. I know that. Landry from USA Today. Several wildfires continued burning February 19th. That's today. Several wildfires continued burning today across Texas and Oklahoma's panhandles as red flag warnings and high wind advisories stretch from eastern New Mexico into parts of Missouri, placing much of the south and central plains under the elevated fire danger. In Oklahoma's panhandle, fires have scorched nearly 300,000 acres, while blazes in Texas panhandle have burned just under 20,000. Although some progress was made for smaller fires yesterday, forecasters warn that conditions could worsen again with the forecast return of high winds. Nearly all of Oklahoma is under a red flag warning today with sustained winds of 20 to 25 miles per hour. Some gusts could peak around 40. A red flag warning remains in effect for all 26 counties in the Texas Panhandle through 7 p.m. National Weather Service office in Amarillo cautions that critical fire weather conditions would persist through the evening. Another critical fire weather day for most of the Panhandle, the National Weather Service office in Amarillo wrote. Today will have some complexities with the wind as they start off west to northwest for the most part, but will start to shift of multiple directions as a cold front moves through. So you got to be careful there. Oklahoma's Governor Kevin Stitt has declared a state of emergency in 3 counties after multiple destructive fires damaged property and prompted evacuations. Quote, this is from Governor Stitt in a news release. The Woodward fires, now I don't know when this was published. He gives a percentage of containment, but I don't know if that's still, I don't want to give that because that might have come out 24 hours ago. So he says he's deeply grateful, blah, 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 in order to cover Beaver, Texas, and Woodward counties. This emergency declaration will remain in effect for 30 days. Okay. 43 approaches in neighborhoods outside of town. There's a video here, and I haven't seen it. There's a thumbnail, a still of it. There's a video here. The caption is heartbreaking and gut-wrenching video from Woodward locals as the 43 fire, that's what it's called, as the 43 fire approaches their neighborhood on the south side of town. Man.
I watched it.
Is it sad?
I didn't think it was heartbreaking. I mean, the fire's close to some property, and that's upsetting. I didn't think it was quite as gut-wrenching as...
But the video doesn't show a home being burned.
No.
This is what I want to know. Were any homes burned? Were any structures burned? Any barns? Any homes at all? Whether it's a mobile home or a fixed place home, frame, brick. Any cattle? Any cattle lost? I don't know. 2 nights ago, there was a shot of cattle running across a road to get away. Were any cattle lost? I don't know. Were any structures lost? I don't know. I know there were injuries from car crashes. I don't know if there was any damage from the actual, any injuries from smoke. I don't know. Again, isn't it ironic, Landry, that with so many communication devices available, it seems we have less actual news to go by.
It is ironic.
It's odd, I think. And according to the text line, Landry, the Science Museum will always be the Omniplex.
I agree.
You know what I started wondering?
It never won't be.
Last night I was thinking about what we talk about a lot, about how 20 years ago and 30 and 40 years ago in the evening, generally people watch TV, and now we don't know what anybody does. And I was wondering, what are people doing right now? It was about 7:30 last night, 8 o'clock. Now, I don't remember what time it was. I was watching a TV program, and I found myself wondering, what are people doing? What do people do at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night? Or 6 o'clock, or 6:30 on a Tuesday night, or a Friday. What do you do?
I suspect a lot of people are looking at their phone.
What are they looking at on their phone specifically?
Not a clue.
Are they what? Are they looking news outlets? Do they spend hours on Facebook just scrolling through their friends and what? Oh, look, Billy ate a hamburger for lunch.
If they're underage, I don't know, 25, they're looking at TikTok. If they're over 25, they're looking at Facebook. And maybe they're looking at the City of Elk City's Facebook page. And speaking of that, according to the City of Elk City Facebook page, Main Street parking from 3rd Street to 7th Street will be closed this evening and tomorrow. Main Street parking from 3rd Street to 7th Street will be closed this evening and tomorrow. There was a little bit of confusion by some, thinking it would only be Thursday evening and Friday evening. But according to this information from the City of Elk City Facebook page, Main Street parking will be unavailable this evening and tomorrow between 3rd Street and 7th Street.
Brian's Buy of the Week, Landry. 10-pack of Goodyear microfiber cleaning cloths. They're at the regular price, $6.99, but it's buy one, get one free. It's BOGO. Buy one, get one free. 10-pack of Goodyear microfiber cleaning cloths. It's just $6.99, but you buy one, you get one free. Atwood's, Ranch and Home Goods, Elk City, Clinton, Woodward, Altus. Fox News, Exploring Energy, and more are coming up on 96.5 KECO in Elk City. Please stay safe. We remain in a red flag fire alert today. Be safe out there. And remember, KECO Radio loves you.